Hello, thanks for joining me today. Thanks for showing up for your practice to make your body feel better and more healthy. We are on day 3. Today we're going to focus on heart openers. What is a heart opener? It means we're kind of expanding our chest, working on our shoulders. In our kind of society today, we're like this. We're all computer, and so our shoulders are this way. And what does this message send, not only to your psyche, but to other people? It means I'm not really open to new people, I'm not really open to new ideas. But when you're open and your posture is good, it kind of means, hey, I'm open to any possibilities. There are a lot of good opportunities out there. I'm open to new people, all those kinds of things. So we want to focus on this because this helps with our posture. Let's see. Also, kind of a thing to think about too is when our shoulders are open, this whole heart opening thing is really opening our rib cage as well. When our rib cage is open, we're able to get more blood flow into our body. More blood flow helps our heart to feel better as well. So those are all parts of why heart openers are important, and that's what we're going to do today. So as always, we're going to start with breath work and meditation just to get our minds in the right place. So I invite you to either sit in easy pose, Sukhasana, or lay down on your mat and make yourself comfortable here for a minute. We're going to take just a minute or two to focus on our breath. So I invite you to close your eyes for just a moment and just concentrate on your breath. Just feel it coming in and out of your body. Try to slow your breath down a little bit and calm your mind. One of the things we try to do in meditation is to not think about things. So when a thought comes into your mind, just concentrate back on the breath and do not let that thought take over your mind. This is difficult. When you first start to meditate, it's really hard not to focus on the thoughts coming into your mind. To focus just on breathing, that's a really foreign concept for a lot of us. So it takes a long time to get really good at meditation. So if a new thought comes into your mind every 10 seconds, that's okay. Just again, put your mind back to just focusing on breathing. So take 2 or 3 more deep breaths in and deep breaths out. Just focusing on that breath. And calming your mind. All right, now we're going to get started with our practice today. So I'd like you to join me in cat and cow, which means to get on to your hands and knees. Your hands directly under your shoulders and your knees directly under your hips. So cat and cow is actually a heart opener, even though we practiced this before, because as we breathe out into cow, we're really bringing our chest forward through the middle of both of our arms. And then as we breathe out and come into cat, we're stretching our shoulders out all the way through our middle of our back. These are called counter poses. We're stretching the spine one way here. And then as we breathe in, we're stretching it the opposite way. So do cat, cow just a couple more times at your own pace. Okay, now just kind of comfortably come into hands and knees again. And we're going to do something called thread the needle. So first I want you to take your right hand, your left hand, and kind of put it more close to the middle of your body. And then your right arm is going to go up. So maybe your shoulder can go here without hurting. Or maybe it can go all the way up, wherever it doesn't hurt, but it feels like a nice stretch. Go up like that, And then bring this right hand down through the left and thread it underneath your left arm. And then that left hand can go either kind of right up here to the side of your head, or if you want a little more opening in this armpit, you can put this hand kind of above your head like this. Take 2 or 3 nice deep breaths here, really feeling that nice stretch in the shoulder, the upper back, and of course in the chest. We're opening our heart. All right, bring that left hand down right over under the left shoulder, and bring that right hand all the way back up. And then bring it back to meet your left hand. You can do the same thing on the left hand side, so bring that right hand closer to the middle, that left arm all the way up to the sky. And as you breathe out, bring that left shoulder down to the earth. That right hand can either be right kind of under the shoulder, or again, you can bring it up closer to the top of the head and then really open up that armpit to the side of the room, or if you're really flexible, closer to the ceiling. You bring that right hand over to the side of your face. That left arm is going to fly all the way back up into the air. Do a counter stretch here, and then come back to meet your other one. Okay, so just kind of shake that out a little bit. One of my favorite yoga instructors, Jen Miner, calls this disco kitty, which I think is an awesome word. Just kind of shaking it around a little bit, shaking everything out. Okay, so back to the right arm. So right arm straight up, and then bring that over to the left. That right hand, again, is coming open a little bit. If you'd really like a nice opening, you can even take this arm and bring it around the back and bend it to kind of be right at your waist. So your right elbow is pointed towards the ceiling. This might be a little bit too much for some people, so if that feels uncomfortable, come back here, or just come back here with that left arm. Whatever feels comfortable for you. All right, bring that left hand back to the side of your head. Bring that right arm straight up into the air. Bring it down to meet your left. Now left arm straight up. Bring that left arm all the way through towards the right hand side. Then bring that right hand either above your head like this, or take that arm and put it back right into your waist. You can actually, if you can even touch this left thigh back here. And so that elbow is pointing straight towards the ceiling. Take a couple of nice deep breaths here. And bring that right arm right to the side of your head. Bring it up as you open back up. Great job. Okay, now we're gonna move to our little flow, which we do every day. Remember, we originally started in Sun Salutation A, so we're gonna do a little variation of that today. So I'd like you to put your toes on the ground, and we're gonna come up into our first downward dog. So again, lift those hips straight up and back as you start bringing those heels towards the ground. And again, downward dog is never a static motion, it's a fluid motion. So you're constantly trying to help your body stretch and move about in downward dog. Now take your right foot and come straight forward, and your left foot to meet it. Come up into halfway lift, come down into forward fold, and then all the way up into Tadasana. And again, take a second just to get yourself comfortable in Tadasana, mountain pose, where we're strengthening our body all the way from our feet, all the way up into our chest and into our head. We're making sure that our shoulders are down and we're strong like a mountain. We're gonna take those arms straight up and then come down into chair pose. So just like there's a chair directly behind us and oh, I'm gonna sit down, bite your neck. And if you can, try to keep your chest open during this. So the more we can keep our arms open, this is a chest opener because we're bringing our chest forward and our arms up, but keeping our shoulders down. Okay, now come forward and down into forward fold. Uttanasana. Bring your hands straight to the ground. We're gonna pop back to be chaturanga. So first we're in plank pose, bringing those elbows directly in towards our body. If you want, you can have those knees on the ground to start. Bring straight into our body, and then we come up into cobra pose. So take a second just to enjoy cobra pose. This is a nice chest opener as well. You feel the whole back engaged as it supports your body to bring your chest and your heart open. And then come back into downward dog. Take a couple of breaths here. Bring that right foot and then that left foot forward. Come into halfway left. Breathe out as you come into forward fold, Uttanasana. And then bring those arms all the way in. Bring the energy into your heart. Okay, let's do that a couple of more times and a little bit faster. Now that we're getting used to doing flows. Breathe in. Breathe out as you come into chair pose. Take another deep breath in as you come down into halfway lift. Breathe out as you come into Uttanasana, forward fold. Bring those hands straight to the ground. Come into plank pose. And breathe out. As you come into cobra, or if you'd like, we can come into up dog. I'm going to teach you exactly how to do up dog. So up dog is toes on the ground. Your hands are just like they are when you're in cobra pose, but we bring our body up. So you're just on your toes and your hands and the rest of your body is suspended. But we're trying to bring that chest forward in up dog. So this is officially what up dog looks like. If up dog is a no-go for you, then it's cobra pose. For a lot of people, this is plenty of a chest opener. But if you want something a little bit more, this is what up dog looks like. So let's come back into downward dog. And we're going to do that flow one more time. So feel free next time to either do cobra or up dog. Both are great chest openers. Bring that right foot forward and your left foot forward. Bring all that energy into your heart. One more time. Breathe in, breathe out as you come into chair pose. Breathe in as you come down into forward fold. Put those hands to the ground. Back into plank pose. Again, feel free to put those knees down. Come down into cobra or into up dog. Those toes back, come back into downward dog. Take 2 or 3 breaths here. And then bring your cute little self up to halfway lift. And standing. Okay, day number 3 of flows. Hopefully you're enjoying them. Okay, we're gonna make our way back down to the ground. So however you wanna move your little cute self down to the ground. So we're gonna lay flat on our bellies. So, just like this. And our hands are gonna be directly under our shoulders to start. So the first thing I want you to think about is just getting your chest off of the ground. So very similar to what we did in cobra pose, just getting our shoulders off of the our chest off of the ground, but our shoulders are staying in their pockets, down away from your ears. Now this time I want you to just keep your chest down and your head down, but just your legs will come up. So bring your hands directly on the side. Okay, so now we're going to do both at the same time. So we're going to do the easier version of Superman, where we're just going to leave our hands backwards. Actually, I guess this is Superman. They're all Superman. So we bring both our head and our chest and our knees, if possible, as far as you can get up your body up into like a little U shape is what we're trying to accomplish here. Make sure you're concentrating on your breathing. Your breathing is how we stay steady and calm in yoga. And then this time, bring your other ear back to the ground and just take a nice little rest here for a second. But you're feeling a nice workout in that back body and the back of the lower back as well as the mid back. So now this time, we're going to bring our whole body back up, but this time we can bring our arms forward. And again, if this is too hard for you, feel free to just do the arms or just do the legs like we started with. Wherever you're at, you're going to get stronger from there. So do what's in your wheelhouse today. If you can just do arms or just do legs, do that. That's good. All right, come back down. Rest on the ground just for a second. I'm going to kind of show you the full yoga version of that pose. This is going to be no can do for some people, but for some people that enjoy it, we're going to come up into what's called bow pose. So first take your right foot and just grab it with your right hand. Just try to bring it in towards your bottom. If this is a possibility, great. If not, just try to bend your leg, bend your knee as far as you can towards your butt. If you can grab it with your arm, great, but if not, that's fine too. Now let's add the left leg on, and we'll bring the right leg back down, and just bring that left heel in towards your bum as much as you can. Again, if that's not happening, just bring it in as far as you can. We're trying to stretch out the front of our thigh is kind of the idea here. So do what's ever in your wheelhouse today. All right, now bring both legs down, kind of shake them out a little bit. Now I just want you to grab both feet at the same time and bring them in. Just think about keeping your shoulders in their pockets, but we're still staying on the ground here. Take a couple of deep breaths in and out. All right, I want you to come back down to the ground. We're going to rest just for a second, and then I'm going to show you the full bow pose. So we're going to try to come up into bow pose if you're open for it. If not, just stay with one of the earlier versions that we just did. Just one leg or the other leg, or bringing them in towards your chest, either way. So we're going to grab both feet here, and then we're going to bring our chest off the ground and our legs at the same time, just like Superman. So we come up like this. So the goal is to kind of be on your belly button if that's a possibility. For some people, this is not going to happen. So just do one of the earlier versions. But if this feels good to you, take a couple of deep breaths in and out here. Feel a nice opening in the chest. Then come on back down and rest. Hey, that's kind of like a little bit of a peak pose because that's a difficult pose. All right, so now we're going to bring our hands down and bring our bottom up, and we're going to come into kind of an opposite pose from that called bridge pose. So there we were kind of becoming a U this way we're going to be coming a U the other way. So I want you to think about laying down on your back, just getting as comfortable as you can here. Now, first I usually try to bring my feet in a little bit more towards my bottom. If that's a possibility for you, you may want to do that. Now take your right hand and kind of put it underneath your bottom. So you're really coming up on your shoulder. And then we also do that with the left arm as well. So we're really supporting, this is called supported shoulder stand. So then our hands are grasping right underneath our bottom. And if you can, like I said, bring your feet in a little bit closer, and then we just want to bring our hips up towards the ceiling. So we might be more comfortable way out here, and that's fine too. Or we might not be able to clasp our hands. You can also just leave your hands directly on the ground here. This is another good option. So wherever you're at today in bridge, just try to take a couple of breaths here. And a couple of breaths might be all you can manage here. This is a pretty intense pose. All right, so come back, rest your whole spine on the ground, shake your legs out for a minute. We're gonna do that one more time. And just again, honor wherever your body's at with bridge pose. It's a great pose, so it does get some blood flowing to the head. It's a great heart opener. It really stretches that spine in the opposite direction of what we were just doing. Okay, so now we're gonna, again, start with the shoulders. Get those shoulders so that your chest is open. Then get your bum up just a little bit so that you can clasp your palms together underneath your bottom. And then if you can, bring those feet a little bit closer in and then bring those hips directly up. So really kind of trying to have a stretch all the way from the lower part of the spine all the way up into the chest. So you can tell I can hardly talk because I'm trying to get my lungs and everything all stretched out. So now nice and slowly, one vertebrae at a time, come back down. Feel a nice stretch in your spine, as well as chest opener. Okay, so now bring yourself back up. We're gonna do a little opposite stretch to that. This is one of the most basic too of yoga poses called stack pose. So our feet are just directly out in front of us. We're getting the flesh away from our bottom. And again, we're thinking about our posture and sitting up straight. Then we bring our hands directly up. We take a deep breath in, and then as you breathe out, you just come over towards bringing your head towards your knees. So getting your hands to your toes or your feet, or some people can, all the way down here. I'm really not there. Like I told you the other day, I kind of have pretty tight hamstrings. But wherever you're at in this pose, just appreciate it. Let's do it one more time where we come up, take a deep breath in and deep breath out. Bring your hands up as you breathe in and then breathe out. As you breathe, bring yourself over. And again, just breathe in and breathe out. You can kind of bring your body just a little bit closer towards the ground. Okay, we're gonna end in something called fish pose. So we're gonna lay back down on our back, and the nice thing is you're not gonna have to get back up. You're gonna get to lay down on your back until we're finished with yoga today, because then after fish pose is Shavasana. So fish pose is similar to what we just did in supported shoulder stand, but we're gonna have our legs long this time, and our hands are gonna come directly, our palms are gonna be facing the ground, and they're gonna come directly underneath our bottom, and then bring your shoulders again in like they were before, so that your elbows are on the ground as well. So now you're gonna bend those elbows and open the chest towards the wall, and your head is gonna come so that you're looking at the wall behind you. Okay, so come out of that pose again, lay back on the ground. You don't want to do this pose for too long. It's a great pose, but you don't want to overdo it with this one. But it's a great chest opener. We're going to do it one more time. And again, just kind of bend that head all the way back towards the back wall. Open chest. And we're really just bending the elbows because they're supported underneath us. All right, let's come back out of that. For you guys, I just want you to continue to lay on the ground and enjoy this time of Shavasana. You've done a great job with your practice today, so take a few deep breaths in and out. So I just want to talk to you just a little bit about chest openers and about how they can help you. Just as you're laying here in Shavasana, make sure your shoulders are supporting you so that your chest is open. And push your heart forward towards the sky, kind of as if you just won a big prize, you know, like you're proud of yourself, you've won a prize, you're opening your heart kind of to the world. Continue to concentrate on your breath. And just realize that you are the prize. That you are God's greatest gift, or the universe, or whatever you believe. You are the gift. You are the prize. You are beautifully crafted and beautifully made. You're amazing, and your body is amazing in what it can do. Continue to concentrate on your breathing and relaxing, keeping your mind and your heart open. When you do this, great things will come your way. Even in tough times or times of transition, that's what I like to actually consider this time that we're going through, this whole COVID thing. It's not a terrible time, it's just a time of transition. So during times of transition, when your mind is open, you have an open heart and a confidence about you, good things are going to happen, even in times of change like now. Change can be an amazing thing in our world. Nobody really wants change. Nobody wants things. Everybody likes things to stay the same. But change can be an amazing thing. And this time of change that our country and our world is going through can be amazing. But it's all in our heart and how we keep our heart and our mind open. So like I said, we can thrive in difficult times. These really aren't difficult times. They're just, like I said, time of change. So take another deep breath in and deep breath out. And I'd like you to go and enjoy the rest of your day and thrive. Thank you for joining me today in this practice that we call yoga. The light in me honors and sees the light in you. Namaste.